Hello, beautiful people. How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday, happy weekend, and I'm sure you guys are preparing for tomorrow. Monday. Okay. So there's this report that we are hearing from Ooniofife's palace, though not directly, but coming from Queen Naomi's uncle's angle right now. What we are hearing is that don't forget that not too long ago the uncle, visited Queen Naomi, and we were made to understand that it was a very brief one, and he returned back. So what we are hearing now is that the uncle, wrote a letter to Queen Naomi on behalf of Queen Naomi's family, regarding, what has been going on for quite some time now. Okay. Now, what we hear is that Queen Naomi's uncle, in that letter, or message now on behalf of the family, he praised the level of spiritual resilience of Queen Naomi in the face of all the pains, agony, and humiliation from her years of innocence up to now. Okay, so her uncle, who doubles both as a father and spiritual fortress, has penned down this very encouraging and supportive letter to her. You recall that this man, this very uncle, has always been there for Queen Naomi and her siblings, from what we gathered, right from time. So he stood very firm behind her recently. I'm sure you guys are aware of what the effort the man put in. So he stood behind her recently, very firm behind her recently. I was said to have maintained a very hard line posture against the Ooniofife, vowing to see to Queen Naomi's freedom. Okay, we also did a report on that. I'm sure you guys understand this. Okay, so he's known for his frugality and moral rectitude. His no-nonsense approach was said to have been the reason why the clamor for Naomi's freedom seems to have gained so much momentum, and present crescendo, okay? So he was said to have said in that message, I'm going to paraphrase right now, that we sent we sent you to a marriage in your days of innocence, believing you will be appropriately nurtured with love, care, and the right tutelage. But we were proved wrong. Forgive us, your family. Even when we saw cracks very early in your marriage in the form of an emerging amalgamation of evil forces, we let you down when we urged you to be patient with the vagaries of palace politics. With benefit of hindsight, we were proven wrong again. Please forgive us, your family. We just want you to know we know what you have been going through. We have felt your pain of intermittent disrespect, humiliation, and tacit rejection. We have heard your cry far out of the wilderness. Today, we want to remind you who you are to us. You are a masterpiece, our dear daughter. Wow, wow, this is so good. This is so good to hear. You are a masterpiece, okay? You were created before the beginning of the world to accomplish great things. This resonates with so many of us, okay? So the message went on to say, we, your family, are solidly behind you. There's nowhere you can go that we will not go with you. We will never leave you. We will always be there for you. In these troubling times, lean on us. We are the rock that will never shift. Wow. We are behind you and ready to do all it takes to achieve your freedom from all manners of manipulations. We are very proud of how you have carried yourself in the face of all that has been thrown at you. Just know that what lies ahead of you is much more greater than where you are coming from. Continue to stand firm, and you will continue to see the Lord's salvation, which He will accomplish for you. For the Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. Or more. I think for me, this is the highlight of this whole message. Did you hear this? Did you hear this? I may have to take this again so that it will look as if you didn't hear me well. Okay? It said, continue to stand firm, and you will continue to see the Lord's salvation, which He will accomplish for you. Amen. For the Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. This one heavy. Oh. Hey, this one is heavy. But again, I agree to this particular part of this message to Queen Naomi, because this lady has seen what in Nigeria parlance they call shege. She don't see shege. Okay, so if they are saying the Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. I think this should resonate with almost all of us, because well, how else do you want this uncle? Don't forget that this uncle does not have time for rubbish. He says it the way it is. And don't forget, he was the one that addressed the Oni the other time by starting his message by saying, with due respect, sir. you know. And I remember I told you guys then that look, when you see somebody who writes in that manner, you should know that those sort of people, they don't have filter. Okay, they just say the way it is. Okay, so I think this part of the message is what really interests me so much. They have been encouraging her to stand firm. They are happy at her resilience so far, because the truth of the matter is that even me as a man, sometimes when I look at the trajectory of the events, that have culminated to where we are now, between these two people, that is the Ooniofifewives and Queen Naomi. When I look at the totality of all the events resulting to where we are with them now, sometimes I when I watch Queen Naomi, I just look at her and I ask myself, as a young lady who has seen this much wahala in life, how is it possible that she can exude this level of confidence, this level, this smile, this beautiful aura, that surrounds her, that is so, so contagious. There's no how you see this woman. I was telling someone, I think I was having a conversation with my wife this morning, and I was telling her that look, sometimes I wonder how where the inner strength of this woman comes from. Because take it back to when she was in the palace, that years of naivety, okay, that years of innocence when she was there. What if you can find videos of that time, and the videos of how she was during her main reign, when she held sway in the palace, then watch videos of how she is right now. I told my wife that look, in terms of her ambience, her calmness, her humility, okay, and the amiable nature of her disposition, generally, her total aura as a person, there's no difference. If you look at Naomi before she went to the palace, when she was in palace, after she left the palace, even to date, she carries the same aura of gentility, that aura of unassuming humility, that same unique style. There's no, I have not seen any difference. So sometimes I was telling my wife in the conversation we had today that look, how is it possible that this woman is able to carry herself with this level of control, this level of stability? Because it's amazing. Most of the things we read out there, you don't want to even understand the depth of some of the seriousness of these things. Sometimes we report these things just on just that face value of it. Sometimes we don't go too deep. But even the formations that are out there, have you guys not asked yourself, how is it that this same woman that has seen all this shaggy is able to come out to the public, and she's able to carry that same face? Her face is unchangeable. Don't forget. I told you guys, go and watch her videos when she was in the palace. I was even telling my wife that it appears that she's even glowing more right now. Okay? And I told my wife this morning, I said, look, it appears to me that she's even more of royalty than when she was in the palace. Because look at her dressing. Each time she comes out, if you look at her carriage, it reeks of royalty. She comes out like the real true queen she is. So the thing is, how is it possible that with the myriads of upheavals, challenges around her, how is it possible that this woman is able to contain herself, control herself, and maintain the same level of stability? It can only be God. I think this woman, that grace that God has deposited in her, is unbelievably top notch. And no amount of tribulations, humiliation, whatever you want to call it, can bring her down. She's stable. She's got God's grace, following her everywhere she goes. And not even 10,000 kings or whatever can diminish the grace she carries. This is what I think. Okay. So, so for me, the family has told her, continue to stand firm. You will continue to see the Lord's salvation, which He will accomplish in you. I say a big, loud amen to this. And they ended it by saying, for the Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. Wow, this is so beautiful. You know, this is so beautiful. What a comforting message from a loving uncle. I wish we can have an uncle like this in every household. We heard he wrote this to Queen Naomi on behalf of their family. This is so beautiful. God bless this uncle of hers. God bless you, uncle. God bless you. So for me, with this message, I take it that all reconciliation talks has now broken down irretrievably. Yes, I said so. I said so. This is good for Naomi, Tadenikawa, family, and all her well-wishers worldwide. Forward ever, backward never. It is Victoria Asata. Please leave your comments in the comment section. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.